Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at a character I know nothing about, whose name is kind of challenging, from a line that I'm not too familiar with. Her name is, I think, Haruhi Suzumiya. Suzumiya. And she is from a show called, or manga, I'm not even sure, called The Melancholy, I believe, I think it's called that, of her name. And the line of figures is Composite Ver.Ka. For those of you that aren't sure what I'm talking about, I just spelled it out so you can look it up. And this is the exclusive version. I'm told it's exclusive in that it has robot arms that the regular version doesn't have, I guess. Again, of course, this was sent to me by somebody. And he says this is his favorite anime, so you guys might want to check it out. It looks kind of cool. She's like a Playboy bunny type character, it looks like, in a giant mech thingy with bunny ears on it. So that sounds good to me. This figure, is kind of like an SH Figure Arts figure inside all of this stuff. And you can take the figure out and I'll do that. But I wanted to kind of give an attempt at showing you the mech suit first. The overall height is around 9 inches to the top of the ears, which is around, I don't know, 22 centimeters. The figure itself, again I'll take her out, is around 12.5 centimeters and about, I don't know, including the bunny ears, let's see. Including the bunny ears, she's closer to 16 centimeters, and that's about 6¼ inches. Alright, so let me take her out just so I can show you guys the mech suit briefly. I'm going to do that by just popping her hands off because way too much work to get her in and out of this guy. This thing had to have been expensive for them to make. Oh my goodness. Parts coming out the wazoo. Everything that looks like it would be articulated, oh my goodness, it's articulated. These things slide in and out. There's hinges, there's ball pegs, there's floppy pieces. You can tuck the feet in here and close that. There's hinges down here, ball hinges. The hands are articulated to look like fingers and thumbs. Everything on this thing is articulated. You can take this gun piece off back here. You can untab this and cover it back up, so that would make it a little more easy to handle if you want to get rid of that gun piece. But even the gun thing has articulation on it. Huge amount of detail throughout this entire piece, lots of little insignias and things. Again, I have no knowledge of this franchise or whatever you want to call it at all, but it's kind of cool looking if you're into these kind of more far out animes. Looks pretty nice. But dang, that's a cool figure. Would not want to try posing that. So I'm probably not going to, unfortunately. It's just too much work to pose this thing. It's totally a pain in the butt. But it is cool, so if you're into it, I think it's probably worth the effort. So let's look at the figure itself. It looks like your standard SH Figure Arts, really. One of the older ones, I guess, but still SH Figure Arts for the most part. The blue is a nice metallic blue for the ears and that. Then her legs look like they're in some kind of like almost metallic nylon-y things. The shoes match the shirt, and then she's got these little pearly cuffs on her wrists. Head sculpt looks pretty good. I guess that's accurate. There's a little bit of color variation in the hair, so that's not that great over here and on the front piece. But I guess it probably looks fairly accurate. So you have the version with the bunny ears, and you also have the version with the goggles and no bunny ears, and that is the kind of thing you can swap out. So if you want to change the faces but keep the ears or the other thing, you just swap them out. The visor piece is cool the way they did that. Little translucent blue piece tucked in there, so it works really well. Very cool. She has a bunch of interchangeable hands. So you saw the 2 hands for holding the pieces that were on her when she was in the suit. She also has 2 piece hands, one for each side. We also get 2 open palm hands. We get fist hands. Well, actually, those are gripping hands. So we have more gripping hands. Then we get fist hands. I grabbed the wrong ones. And then we get pointing finger hands. So she has a bunch of interchangeable hands. Very tiny pieces, don't lose those. As far as the articulation goes, we are on a ball hinge. For the neck, it's a little bit loose, but it'll swivel at the neck and in the head, and we have the hinge. By the way, while I'm here, they did a really good job with the eyes on this figure. Lots of detail, so that's pretty nice. And for the shoulders, we have a ball peg that connects to the torso, ball hinge for the shoulder, and then a bicep swivel that goes around that. So pretty decent range of motion. Standard ball hinge for the elbow, standard ball hinge for the wrist. ball peg for the upper torso, which is effective enough. And for the hips, they are fixed ball pegs, so they're not like most figure arts. You don't get much range of motion out of them. It's not bad considering the sculpt, but the way they're sculpted to fill in that kind of swimsuit thing, it does limit it a bit. You do get a thigh swivel, single jointed knee, looks pretty good for being a basic joint. There is shading throughout, by the way. And then a standard hinge for the ankle. So it's a basic, older style figure arts figure, but pretty cool once you put her inside the mech suit. I'll try to get a photo, guys, but I can't promise it because this thing is unwieldy. Is that the word? I think that's the word. I will try, but there are so many joints and it's mostly floppy. It's really, really problematic, but it's still really cool. So if you're into this anime, you should probably track one down. If you're not, then don't, because it's a pain in the butt to pose. But it's cool nonetheless, so there you go. I've reviewed it. I have no knowledge about it. Hopefully you guys that are watching this know enough about it to make a decision based on this review. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.